Day one at the SCG, and for a long time Australia were in control. Early in the day it looked as though Pakistan would probably struggle to get 200, and then when they were nine down that they would struggle to get to 250. In the end they've posted over 300 thanks to a rather remarkable last wicket stand between Aamer Jamal and Mir Hamza. I'm joined by Danyal, Rasool. Danyal, how do you think Pakistan will sum up that day?
I think Pakistan will be surprised by what happened, partially because this is the sort of thing that happens to Pakistan in Australia, not something they do to Australia. It's a bit of a reversal of the MCG, where at times it looked like Pakistan dominated a lot of days, only to end up behind. Australia were on top of Pakistan for 2 sessions there, maybe even more than that. And then Pakistan just found a way to keep plugging away, chipping away, extracting as many runs as possible. And by the end, they arguably end up on as even.
The star of the day for Australia again was Pat Cummins. He was superb with the ball throughout his third consecutive 5-wicket haul of the series, starting this year as he finished last. He did Babar Azam again, a hooping in-swing, and that delivery that he's really brought into his game in the last few years, and he gave Saud Shakil as well a working over. He's found life against the pace and bounce here in Australia, perhaps the toughest examination of his Test career so far. But just going back to the Pakistan performance, Danyal, would it be fair to say that Aamer Jamal has been the find of the tour for them?
I think in terms of the potential he offers this Test side, there's a case you can make there, because Pakistan thought Fahim Ashraf was that player for a long time, that seam bowling all-rounder, but then Aamer Jamal, thrown in adversity, has outshone him. Both of them played in Perth, and then Aamer Jamal looks like he can bat in a more convincing fashion. His pace is up into the high 130s when he really tries hard, and then what really matters, sometimes he has that ticker, he really can fight, and that's something Pakistan have lacked in the past. It's something that Jamal potentially shows he could give them in the future. And for all of Pakistan's injury concerns, if there's one positive they can essentially extract from this tour, it's that Jamal's done well.
Overall, it was a pretty solid bowling performance from Australia. A few questions about their tactics during that final wicket stand, and Nathan Lyon, the wicket he took to end the innings, actually ended quite a long run for him. And since he'd broken that 500 mark, it had taken him a while to get another wicket on the board. You think he might be more important again as this game develops into the second innings. But it's pretty even after day one, and of course the final few minutes we saw David Warner walk out emotionally alongside Usman Khawaja. Pakistan gave him a guard of honour, and then he survived by the skin of his teeth and over from Sajid Khan, who was given the new ball, the penultimate delivery of the day, just bouncing over off stump. Maybe it's meant to be for David Warner, and it sets it up perfectly for day 2 here in Sydney.